Hey there. I want to talk about daily practice. What is my daily practice? Some people take time out in the morning to meditate, still their mind, read some ancient wisdom or some deep truth about our existence and reality. Like some deep truth would be we're on a planet, what we call a planet, where we have this experience of our world around us. Like, that's undeniable, right? We're all aware that there's an experience happening and we're aware of it, right? We're aware that we're aware of our experience. So that's what truth is. It's something that cannot be denied. It's something that cannot be it's not a theory. It's not a something that somebody proposes is the truth. It is the truth. I'm speaking sounds right now. That's truth, right? So yeah, daily practice. Started out with carving out time for meditation because my mind was all over the place, scatterbrained. And that's what our society as we know it does, with ads and social media, screens, multitasking, capitalism with business, and striving, next, looking external for our happiness, for something to keep us occupied, because God forbid we have any quiet time or have any peace and serenity in our lives. We might get in tune with our thoughts, and that's freaking scary for most people. So it started out with carving out time, like meditation, guided meditation, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just YouTube videos. Never sitting in quiet, really, not that much. Mostly just guided. Compare that to today. I have a constant practice. And it takes time to get into that, It's been 3 years since I started. But while I had class today, and while the instructor's talking, I'm listening deeply to her, and I'm also focusing on my breath. I'm just watching my breath. And I do that because I don't want to be judging what she's saying. I got no air conditioning and I'm dying in this truck. I gotta roll it down for a second. Air conditioning. Okay, back up. While I'm driving around, I'm doing the exact same thing. I'm either completely alert and aware of my surroundings and what I'm doing. I'm driving the truck. I'm taking a turn. There's people on my right. I'm checking my blind spots. I'm going to pick up somebody. I'm really sweaty. I don't like how, okay, that's telling myself I don't like or I like, that causes suffering. So I try to catch myself with that. But I do have a sweaty body, and it's sticking my shirt to me, which is not the most comfortable thing. So I also catch how I talk to myself. Sometimes I don't do things properly. That doesn't mean I have to cut myself down or feel embarrassed or anything like that. I stay alert through it, and I acknowledge it. I feel the feelings about it. I feel embarrassed right now. Okay, I feel embarrassed there is embarrassment coming up inside my body. That's more accurate for the truth, because I am the awareness of the embarrassment. Okay, I'm not the embarrassment. I'm aware of the embarrassment or the sweatiness that that event, situation, experience caused me. I'm just the awareness of it. I am not the embarrassment. I am not embarrassed. My ego might be hurt. We can call that. The ego is also called the false self or the little self. It's a mental construct of our mind. Okay? It's not something that really exists. It exists, but it can't be grasped. And when searched for, it can't be found. Okay? It's like I don't know what it's like. Honestly, I'm gonna skip that. I'll think of an analogy for it if something comes to mind. But anyways, daily practice. Daily practice would be standing in line at Walmart and having no registers open and having 15 people in line in front of me and having to be somewhere. Okay, what is happening in that scenario? I could say I don't like this. I could say I don't have time for this. I could say I'd like this to be a different way. But all those things cause suffering. So what I can do is I can be conscious of my mind telling me those things. I can have anger come up inside of my body. I can have frustration come up inside of my body. Thich Nhat Hanh would say, I notice this is a moment of anger. I can see anger coming up inside my body. This is a temporary feeling. It will be gone soon. And just the acknowledgement of that and the awareness of that and talking about that to yourself, it makes it, for me, it makes it dissipate. And that's what the teaching is for. It's to make suffering less. Because you can really go into some stuff on that. Why is this guy taking so long? Why aren't there registers? Why aren't there more workers at the registers? Why is Walmart like this? Gosh, this is how our society is. There's never any time for anything. I really need, people are going to expect me. They're going to think I'm slacking and being late. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could really go off on some negativity there, which makes me frustrated, which throws gas on the fire of my anger. And now I just, threw everything out of my hand up in the air at Walmart and cussed everybody on the way out. Because I let that build up in me, and I wanted things to be some way that they aren't. Anyways, so the practice would be just talking to yourself, talking about the truth. If I am late to something, it's not a big deal. Time doesn't really exist. If somebody judges me for being late, that's not my problem. That's not even my responsibility, nor is it my business. What my business is taking care of myself, being kind to myself, making sure my cup is full so it can overflow to others, spreading that love and peace to other people, giving other people grace and compassion. Why, when somebody else screws up, they're late, I would say, that's all right. Don't be hard on yourself. But when I'm late, I'm like, gosh, Casey, what, you're really slipping, dude. What you're always late. You don't really have your shit together. Like, I'm gonna curse myself and want justice for myself and not show myself compassion? No. If there's anybody I'm gonna show compassion in this world, it's gonna be myself. And that is going to spread to other people. Because now I'm not pissed off, I'm not frustrated. I have space in my brain to allow other people to be late, you know, but this is the practice. You know, it's an everyday thing. Is it always going to be perfect? No. Is it ever going to be perfect? No. It's just, you know, it's just something to work on. Ahimsa is what we learned in yoga, and that is the practice of nonviolence. And that is not just not punching your neighbor in the face, but that's also not talking shit about your neighbor to your other neighbor. It's also not saying bad things about your neighbor in your head to yourself. You know, it's not talking bad to yourself either. It's using nonviolent terminology like, boy, you're really screwed, you know, instead of, you know, saying something positive or saying, I see that you're going through a tough time, you know, or something like that. Something a little more understanding or compassionate. Anyways, focus on your breath. I love you.